He got 3 Lamborghinis, he want 4. That's literally all it is. And, you know, they're the suppliers, but us as the buyers, right? We're the ones that got the real power, right? Because if somebody doesn't want to act right and they want to try to charge an astronomical price, all we need to do is not buy their stuff. Simple as that.
I'm way beyond universes, beyond Mars. I am the love on the Venus before extraterrestrial.
Hey sweethearts, it's Nicolette Venus. Once again, tapping in over to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on all post notifications so you can be notified every time I upload. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the high cost of living. Okay, so girl, as we all know, in today's economy, it is screwed up. I know people, you know, they think that the cost of food and groceries and stuff like that is sky high to accommodate the workers, right? But that's not entirely true. I used to work for a company, and I worked for that company for about 10 years, right? So I worked my way up to supervisor, right? So I was the supervisor at a particular site, and I had about 4 employees under me. So I would, you know, train them and teach them and all that stuff, right? And girl, now there was a bunch of different businesses at that site. So what they would do is they all would chip in and pay my company, right? They all would pay that one particular company, and then they would pay us. One time, the owner, right? The owner that owned that area, right? He came by and he started talking about, you know, the company that I work for and, you know, the cost and all this stuff, right? And I guess he showed me some stuff that he wasn't really supposed to show me. So in his phone, he showed me how much he's paying my company, right? So girl, he was paying them, like in total, like everybody was paying them about every 3 months, almost 300K. And they were paying me, along with the other workers, crumbs, right? Complete crumbs. So imagine that. Imagine you're the one keeping that contract together, right? You're the one doing all the work. You're the one dealing with all the stress, right? You're the one that have to train these employees, right? You're the one that has to teach them what to do. And you have to always be on top of them because they're always screwing everything up, right? So imagine that. Imagine that you're the one, right? You're the one out there slaving for this company, and they're making 300K every 3 months for your hard work and then giving you crumbs.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
So girl, I don't think that these fast food and grocery places are, you know, making the food and stuff sky high to accommodate workers, right? Sure, workers are getting a little bit more for minimum wage, but they're getting crumbs compared to what that company, you know, is getting. A lot of it is greed. These big corporations, right? They just want a 4th yacht. He got 3 yachts, he wants 4, right? He got 3 mansions, he wants 4 mansions. He has 5 businesses, he wants 6, right? That's all it is a bunch of greedy ass people that are raising everything sky high. And the real reason why rent has skyrocketed everywhere is because at first it had a cap, right? So there was a cap on rent, meaning that they couldn't raise it past a certain limit, right? It was capped off. The people that own these places, right, that own the apartments and rent out these places and stuff like that, they went down there and voted to take that cap off, right? So now they can legally raise it up. So what they all did is just started raising it up, double the amount, triple the amount, raising it up so damn high to the point where it's practically unlivable, or you need a roommate or a spouse or something just to accommodate you in order to pay.
You ain't shit. You just like your daddy. You don't do shit, and you never gonna amount to shit.
Right? That's literally what they did. And it goes back to the, you know, the fast food and groceries and stuff like that. It's all greed. These people own, you know, 2 or 3 houses. They want a 4th house. He got 3 Lamborghinis. He want 4. That's literally all it is. And, you know, they're the suppliers, but us as the buyers, right? We're the ones that got the real power, right? Because if somebody doesn't want to act right and they want to try to charge an astronomical price, all we need to do is not buy their stuff. Simple as that. For example, I was at KFC, right? And I got 4 chicken strips, a biscuit, and a large macaroni and cheese, something like that, right? Like literally just a little combo and a macaroni and cheese, and it was $20-something. I was asking the lady, I was like, how much is that macaroni and cheese, right? $22 for nothing.
Huh?
Right? For nothing. So girl, a lot of these places have officially lost their damn minds, right? Like for real. Like for example, McDonald's, girl. Remember the little McChicken, right? That little itty bitty McChicken or the double cheeseburger. Remember for the longest it was $1.39. Now that exact same baby little McChicken, right? Or double cheeseburger is like almost $6. And it's literally only worth like $2, right? So girl, you know, as a consumer, all we really need to do is not buy their shit. So whenever they acting a fool and they want to raise their price sky high, right? All we need to do as the people, as the buyers, is to not buy it. Simple as that, right? And what will happen is they'll be forced to either lower the price or go out of business. It's so bad. And then when Trump put them tariffs, he screwed everything up even worse, right? So everything is, whew, girl, it's so damn bad now. And girl, nothing is free here in America. Like for real. Like if you really analyzed it, right? And you thought about like a apartment, let's just say one bedroom, right? One apartment, right? Think about the structure of the apartment. In order to create that apartment, it would probably cost you like $30,000, right? 40 on the high end, right? Let's just say 40,000, right? So this apartment is only worth $40,000, right? But you are paying for eternity, right? You are literally paying them $2,500 every single month, right? For eternity, right? You can never pay it off. So essentially, you are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for something that is only worth $35,000 to $40,000, right? Logically, you cannot own anything. It's a scam. Even vehicles, right? You could think, well, I paid mine off. Did you really? Because you still have to pay for registration, right? You still have to pay for insurance every single month, right? Every single month. And it's mandatory. You have to pay or you can't drive, right? So there's nothing here in America that you can own, that you can have. Then your ass got to pay taxes on top of that. And girl, before I moved, my old landlord, he would literally raise the rent whenever he was bored, right? He would raise it up like 200, 300, 400, right? Literally, whenever he was bored. So yeah, I had to move out of that house because he just kept raising the rent over and over, right? So right now I currently live in another house, right? So he was the owner of the house because he built the house and it was an agreement to pay him, right? But like I said, he started raising up the rent whenever he was bored, and it all has to do with greed, right? It's all greed. That's all it is. It's all greed. All these companies, all these big corporations, it's all greed. And then they pay you crumbs. Literally. And girl, this is some spiritual stuff. Like for real, girl. This is some spiritual stuff. I am telling you, girl. It's all spiritual. Girl, because the company that I worked for before, remember the one I told you where I was the supervisor, right? And they were making $300K every 3 months and paying us crumbs, right? Girl, I remember when I first got that job, and y'all know me, y'all know I'm pretty damn intuitive, right? I had this weird dream, right? This weird dream that the owner was like some evil being, right? An evil devil or something like that, right? And we would go inside of this cave and we would mine for gold, right? We would mine for gold and jewels and diamonds and stuff and bring it to this evil being, right? And they would give us crumbs. They would give us like breadcrumbs and some water while they collected everything, right? And that dream was telling me that that is literally what these corporations are. So girl, I just wanted to talk about that. You know, that was something that was on my mind. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, future content, and until next time, guys.
Oh, now we gotta go?